fearful. Yeah? So all the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Yeah, some of them are very much afraid. They are offering prayers, because they are seeing that form. Everybody is seeing for the first time, right? And they are crying, please, all peace, all peace. They're scared. So demigods in all planetary system are feared, of this universal form because of its glaring effulgence also. So they prayed for protection. Yeah. And we see, right? See, every time somebody is in fear, what do? Tend to do? We tend to get inclined, to go to Krishna. Even in Bhagavatam, we see how, like Ramaprabha Mataji had asked this question, right? How when demigods are fearful of something, where do they go? They go to Shirodaksha Vishnu, right? For any support in that fear, right? So they go to Vishnu, right? So it is a natural tendency when we are fearful or when we are scared, we are afraid, we tend to do more to Krishna, right? We tend to bend, right? So that's the thing here, which shows that even demigods were afraid. Yeah. Now demigods looking in astonishment, right? So 22nd and 23rd verse. So all the various manifestation of Lord Shiva, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, and Vishwe Devas, and two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. He could see everybody. Yeah. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form. With its many phases, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, bellies, your many terrible teeth, and as they are disturbed, so am I. Now Arjuna is saying, I am also getting disturbed. Yeah. Demigods are perturbed, so they are also in that rasa of wonder, right? Adbhuta rasa, right? And Arjuna says that all are disturbed looking at this. I can see all of them getting disturbed. So am I, so he requests Krishna now to come back to his form. Yeah. Now, so further Arjuna fearful, O all-pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. Okay, so it is too much to digest. And then, O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, saying thus, you are blazing death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions, I am bewildered. Yeah. So Arjuna saw forms emitting fire, blood, people going in, So it was like awful, they are getting smashed. So he is now, requesting Krishna. Right? Now, further, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you read it?
Yeah, yes, Mataji. All the sons of the Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. Bhagavad Gita 11.26 to 27. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouths. Bhagavad Gita 11.28. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Bhagavad Gita 11.29.
Thank you. So see, Krishna knows what Arjuna wanted in his heart, right? What do you think, Arjuna? One of the things which Arjuna would like to know, when Krishna said in the beginning that in this form you would see past, present, future, everything, you would also be able to. What in future would Arjuna want to see when he is in that battlefield?
Outcome of the war.
Yes, right. So he wanted, and Krishna knew that. Krishna is within all of us as super soul, right? He knew what Arjuna wanted. So he showed Arjuna right? All the sons of Dhritarashtra, they were going along inside, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna, you know, all the chief shoulders. They were rushing into the mouth of Krishna, and they were smashed, right? Now he was, and because he was eager to know the outcome of the war, he could see all the Dhritarashtra sons going in Krishna's team, right? See, when we are watching a TV, we have to take the effort of doing the action of choosing the channel, changing it, all of that, right? But Krishna, he is super soul. Arjuna doesn't even have to say something. Doing an action is different, but he doesn't even have to say something. Krishna is showing it, without even Arjuna, because Krishna knows as super soul what Arjuna wants, right? So he could see, uh, not only Kauravas, but also he could see Pandavas getting, sorry, not Pandavas, but the side of the army, they were army from, the people from both the side, they were getting inside Krishna's mouth. Okay, and we'll see further, how Krishna says that other than you Pandavas, everybody in here will be vanished, so the next two verses here, 28 and 29, these are like metaphor. They are like showing the comparison of this rupa, of this universal form. Yeah. See, Acharya state that Kala Rupa of Krishna, it is where everything is destroyed. It is Kala, right? Time means destruction. Yeah. It is inevitable. So here are two examples. One is the rivers naturally flowing into ocean. Yeah. So and the other one is moth, getting into fire. Now, rivers naturally flowing into ocean is for devotees like Bhishma and Drona. Even if they are in the side of Duryodhana due to their, reasons, but they were devotees. So even though they were on side of them, they eventually they get into, this Vishwarupa, they get inside Krishna as rivers flow into ocean, right? That they will eventually, like rivers go into the ocean, they will go inside Krishna and they will go into the spiritual world and continue serving Krishna there. The other comparison is moths. These are nothing but the fireflies, we say, right? During rainy season, we see they know fire is not good for them. It will cause them, they will die if they go in, but still they go into fire and they die. So what is this example? It is self-destructive, right? They know it is not right, they do it, right? They voluntarily enter the fire and they lose their life with that foolishness. So similarly, this is an example for people like Duryodhana. They wanted to enjoy all for self, and they did the self-destructing thing themselves. Like the moth entering the fire. That is not to be on, understanding understand Krishna, the devotional service. Yeah, and then again, and that's the reason why they just enter the fire, they burn themselves, and they undergo this repeated cycle of birth. Yeah, so they are destined to do this kind of heinous activities. Yeah, and why? See, they were Duryodhana, people like Duryodhana and all, they did many heinous activities. It's not about unlawful thing, but it's also, something which is as heinous as stripping of Draupadi. And this is the result. They are doing their self-destruction by doing such things, such heinous activities. Yeah, and Krishna is going to punish them, right? So every single, it's very important to understand that every single being takes birth with a fixed lifespan to live for. Okay. However, if one misuses the life by performing heinous activities, one's lifespan is shortened. Okay. And one has to lose that rare and valuable life prematurely. Okay. So all of us, we take birth, we have a fixed lifespan. But if anybody, many people say, oh, it's okay, anyways, there's a fixed time when I'll die, so I'll do what I want. No. If you perform heinous activities, your life will be shortened. And that human life which you have got valuably, it will prematurely finish earlier, and then you will not, it's the human platform where you can go back to Krishna, and you're losing that valuable thing. Among that 84 lakh species, you have to step up and come back again, becoming human and then performing the devotion. So it's a huge journey on its own. Yeah. So for the 30th verse, then, devouring everyone. Oh Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouth, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. See, in this picture only, when I was seeing, it looks so, the first reaction you get is, oh my goodness, it's so scary, right? And Arjuna this is just an imagination of our tiny brain. So just imagine what Arjuna must be seeing, for which, he was such a calm and postured person, and he is reacting, he's getting fearful, So we can imagine what he must be seeing only. So, okay. So now seeing these things, Arjuna will pray. He prays in the next verse. Yeah. So what is he praying for? O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. Yeah. So Arjuna asks two questions. Who are you? He uses the word in Sanskrit, Ugra Roop. When he sees that Ugra Roop, yeah, he says, who are you? And Krishna is, and then he asks, what is your mission? Why are you here? Okay. So with that, we come to the last section we'll be covering today, which is what Krishna replies to Arjuna's questions. Yeah. And Krishna says, I am time. Yeah. And what he asks Arjuna, just become my instrument. Things will happen, but you have to just become my instrument. Yeah? So I am time, the ultimate destroyer. Yeah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krit Pravaddu Lokan Samhahartum Iha Pravattaha Artepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Evastithaha Prati Anikeshu Yodaha. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be asleep. Okay? So Krishna is giving the outcome. He's saying, Kalosmi, I am Kal, I am time. And see, with time, everything gets destroyed. Be it your relationships, be it your health, your beauty, your money, your business, your job position, be it be anything. With time, everything will destroy. And Krishna is saying, I am that time. So Krishna is that destroyer. Yeah. Time is actually worse than a nuclear weapon, what we have. It keeps ticking. That's why, Krishna consciousness is urgency. That's what Prabhupada used to say. It is an urgency, it's emergency. Because the time is keeping on ticking, and we keep parking our spiritual things. No, once I, reach this target, I will, dedicate a bit of more time to Krishna conscious activity. We keep moving our targets, and we don't realize this subtle time is keeping on clicking behind us. It is not seen to us, but it will not stop because of you, because of our reasons, what we have in it, right? So time is worse than nuclear weapon. It destroys all people. Means all will be destroyed in battlefield. That's what Krishna is saying, except Pandavas. Yeah? Devotees were also entering Krishna's mouth. Demons were also entering. And that's why we compared two. That's why Krishna said two things. No, it was priorly mentioned in two, right? That one is reverse into ocean, and the other one is moth into the fire. Yeah. So, but ultimately, everybody will reach destruction. Everybody will undergo this. Yeah. And devotees are not powerful, fearful of death, because they know even when they meet that destruction, because they have been doing the spiritual, devotional service in their life, in the end, they will go back to Krishna, where they will also just continue serving, right? So now when Krishna is saying here, except you Pandavas. So just I wanted to ask, do any of you know, in Mahabharata war, overall in the end, there were 10 people who remained from the battlefield. So Krishna is saying 5 Pandavas. Yeah, these are the 5. Does anybody know who are the other 5?
Aswathama.
Yes,
Aswathama and only one name I remember.
Along with Drona and Bhishma, there is one significant personality who was
Vishma.
along with Bhishma and Drona. Dronacharya.
Yeah.
Parikshit.
Parikshit is grandson of Yudhishthira.
Oh, he was also there, right?
No, he was not there in the battlefield.
No, he was born at that time, right?
Yeah, but no. We are talking about battlefield.
Okay.
So from Pandavas' side, it was Pandavas and Satyaki on Pandavas' side. Okay. And Ashwathama, Kripacharya, and Kritavarma from Kauravas' side. And there was one more person called as Yuyutsu. Now, Yuyutsu, you might have, I don't know if you remember in the first chapter, Duryodhana highlights. Yeah. Now, Yuyutsu is actually, he's one of the Kauravas. He's the, brother, half brother of Duryodhana. But before the war, there was one person who changed his side from Kauravas to Pandavas, and that was Yuyutsu. So Yuyutsu also, remained from the battlefield. Okay, so these were the 10, Pandavas, Satyaki, Kritavarma, Kripacharya, Ashwathama, and Yuyutsu. Okay, so so with that, we will move to the next shloka. And this is actually from purport. Yeah. Prabhupada mentions in the purport that although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Okay. This form of Supreme Lord is all-devouring giant. And here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time, Kalarupa. Yeah. Arjuna was not in favor of fight and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed because that is Krishna's plan. Yeah. So that's why Krishna says, I am time. You kill Bhishma, Drona or not, they will die. They are destined to die. See, Arjuna may ask, if all are going to die, then why are you asking me to kill them? Anyways, they are going to be killed, right? But Krishna actually wants to give that glory to his devotees. That's why he says, just become nimitta matram, he uses. Just be my instrument. Krishna actually doesn't need any help from us to kill people, right? He just helps us to get his mercy, like he wants us to be known. Now, who is known the most from the Mahabharata war? Arjuna, right? The glory of Arjuna and, Bhishma also, you hear, right? So even though, what Krishna wants is, yes, they are supposed to die, but he wants his devotees to be glorified. That's why he's asking Arjuna, just become my instrument. It's like, say a child is asking a father to, that can I clean this area? Can I tidy up? The hall is a mess, so let me tidy up the living room. Yeah? It's an easy thing for father to do himself, right? But he gives the chance to the child to do the stuff. And then he also appreciates the child in front of everybody. The child is appreciated from others, So even though it's a quick thing for father, it's like nothing for him, but still he wants his child, to get that appreciation. There are several time points where we feel that, we give the credit, right, to our children, to somebody, so that they can be recognized, even though it would have been an easy task for us. Right? So even if Arjuna doesn't want to fight, they will anyhow die. So Arjuna has to become an instrument. That's what Krishna wants. Just become my instrument. Just follow me. and you will get the glory. You will get the kingdom, you will get the glory. There is nothing to lose. And I'm also showing you the future of the bar, right? So it's like a win-win situation, right? Similarly, in Ramayana, you'd see who became an instrument for Ramji.
Hanuman.
Yes, right? Hanuman is glorified, right? So that's how it is. That's Krishna's. Even when, in Bhagavatam we study that Yudhishthir Maharaj after the war, he was very feeling very, what do you say, guilty. Yeah, that all these families, everybody is killed just because I had to take this kingship. He feels so guilty. And what does Krishna do? Krishna takes him to Bhishma Pitama, and Bhishma is on his deathbed. And then, Bhishma Dev, makes Yudhishthira Maharaj understand. Do you really think Krishna cannot make Yudhishthira Maharaj understand? When Pandavas did everything following Krishna's advice and everything, it was straightforward thing for Krishna, but Krishna wanted Bhishma to be glorified. So there are several instances where we see, where Krishna really loves to have his devotees glorified. Okay, and then next 33rd verse. Did we stop at Kavya Mataji? Can you read it?
Yes, Mataji. Become Krishna's instrument. Tasmat tvam utishta yaso labhasva jitva satrun bhunkasva rajyam samradham mayavyati nihatta purvam eva nimitta matram bhav savya sakshin. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Bhagavad Gita 11.33. Hare Krishna.
I think we just discussed this, right? So Krishna is clear. Even if Arjuna doesn't fight, they will anyhow be killed. So just fight on Krishna's behalf, and all the fame, the kingdom, the fame, everything will be Arjuna's, right? So Krishna states and builds more confidence in Arjuna, appreciating him, that he is Savyasachi. This is an important word. There are two important words in this. Nimitta matram means just become my instrument. Yeah, and Savyasachi is Krishna is glorifying Arjuna. Savyasachi is someone with extraordinary skills. And what is Savyasachi? Refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Okay, so he is Savyasachi. Yeah? Just become my instrument, Nimitta Matra. It is very significant. Because we learned, in 9.10 also, Krishna states, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti. The creation, destruction, this material nature, everything is under his guidance. The battle of Kurukshetra was all fought according to the plan of God. Yeah, Arjuna was refusing to fight, and he was told that he should fight in accordance to fulfill the desire of the Supreme Lord. Because see, Arjuna asked two questions, right? Who are you? Krishna explained. And the other one was, what was his mission? What is Krishna's mission? He already mentioned, right, in 4.7 and 8, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, those two famous verses, and Paritranaya Sadhuna, right? So that's the purpose of Krishna, to come over, right? Now this is the last, words for today. Sorry, I think I missed Jyoti Mataji. Jyoti Mataji, can you read this?
Yes, Mataji. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. Bhagavad Gita 11.34. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So yes, how more clear can Krishna be? So these are already destroyed by Krishna. He's telling Arjuna, right? And they were the primary factors why Arjuna was so, reluctant to fight the war. How can I, kill my, personalities like Bhishma, Drona, right? That was his pain point. Now, we'll just close the session today by this one, very nice thing from Purport, from Prabhupada. Ramaprabha Mataji, can you read it?
Yes, Mataji. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but He is so kind and merciful to His devotees that He wants to give the credit to His devotees who carry out His plan according to His desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of a spiritual master. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by His mercy, and the plans of the devotees are as good as His plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. Bhagavad Gita 11.34 Purport.
Yeah, I think so. This is self-explanatory, right? So Prabhupada also highlights that Krishna is so kind. He loves to give the credit to his devotees, and we have to follow the footstep, of our acharyas, and follow the instructions of our spiritual master. Yeah, because the plans of the devotees, of spiritual master are as good as Krishna's plan. So so with that, I think we'll conclude today's session.